Minnesota fines limits practice test.
Question 1. What is the reinstatement fee for suspensions issued because of non-DWI convictions?
$100, $20, $50, $30.
Answer.
$30.
Question 2. Which of the following is not a reason a Minnesota license may be canceled?
Giving false information on the driver's license application. Jail time for a non-driving related charge. Failure to repass the driver's exam upon request of the Department of Public Safety. A medical condition that makes driving unsafe.
Answer.
Jail time for a non-driving related charge.
Question 3. A second DWI offense may result in up to days in gaol.
90, 365, 180, 30.
Answer.
365.
Question 4. If a Minnesota driver refuses to submit to chemical testing, his or her license will be revoked for
1 year, 30 days, 6 months, 90 days.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 5. At the time of arrest for a DWI, a driver will receive a temporary day license. After the period is over, his or her license will be revoked.
10, 5, 7, 3.
Answer.
7.
Question 6. A back level above will result in more severe penalties.
0.16%, 0.20%, 0.09%, 0.10%.
Answer.
0.16%.
Question 7. Electronic monitoring is required upon a Minnesota driver's DWI conviction.
4th, 1st, 3rd, 2nd.
Answer.
3rd.
Question 8. What is the minimum revocation period for a first DWI conviction?
2 years, 360 days, 180 days, 90 days.
Answer.
90 days.
Question 9. Which of the following non-driving violations may result in the loss of a Minnesota driver's license through suspension?
Loaning a license to a minor for the purpose of purchasing alcohol. Failure to pay court-ordered child support. Loaning a license to a minor for the purpose of buying tobacco. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 10. Minnesota law prohibits driving while impaired by
Household products used as inhalants. Prescription drugs. Illegal drugs such as marijuana. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 11. A person with an alcohol concentration of or higher, who is in control of a moving or parked vehicle, can be arrested for driving while impaired, DWI.
0.05%. 0.10%. 0.07%. 0.08%.
Answer.
0.08%.
Question 12. Who is most often killed in an alcohol-related accident?
Backseat passengers. The driver of the other vehicle. The impaired driver. Children.
Answer.
The impaired driver.
Question 13. Who is allowed to consume alcohol while a vehicle is in operation?
The driver. The backseat passengers. Anyone over 21. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
None of these answers are correct.
Question 14. If a Minnesota driver causes a fatal crash while fleeing a police officer, he or she could be required to pay a fine of up to and remain in prison for up to years.
$10,000, 3. $20,000, 5. $20,000, 10. $10,000, 5.
Answer.
$20,000, 10.
Question 15. According to the Minnesota Driver's Manual, which of the following demographic groups is most likely to engage in drunk driving?
Young females. Young males. Middle-aged males. Senior females.
Answer.
Young males.
Question 16. If a driver is operating a vehicle on a Minnesota roadway, he or she is demonstrating implied consent to
Search of his or her home. Release of his or her medical records. Submission to chemical testing for alcohol or drugs. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
Submission to chemical testing for alcohol or drugs.
Question 17. Which of the following are restrictions placed on drivers under the age of 18 who hold an instructional permit in the state of Minnesota?
All passengers must wear safety belts. The driver may not use a cell phone of any kind. A supervising passenger over the age of 21 must be present. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 18. Potential drivers who are under the age of must obtain a signature of approval from a parent, legal guardian, or other responsible adult when applying for a Minnesota driver's license.
15. 17. 16. 18.
Answer.
18.
Question 19. Drivers who are convicted of a felony DWI may spend up to years in prison.
7, 3, 5, 2.
Answer.
7.
Question 20. A conviction of operating an uninsured vehicle may result in up to days in gaol.
180, 90, 30, 60.
Answer.
90.
Question 21. If an underage Minnesota driver is convicted of a second DWI charge, his or her license will be suspended for a period of days.
30, 90, 60, 180.
Answer.
180.
Question 22. If a Minnesota officer can prove that alcohol played a role in a driving mistake, a driver may be arrested for a DWI with a back as low as
0.06%, 0.07%, 0.05%, 0.04%.
Answer.
0.04%.
Question 23. What is the maximum fine for a felony DWI?
$11,000, $5,000, $7,000, $14,000.
Answer.
$14,000.
Question 24. A Minnesota driver will lose his or her license for at least 1 year upon his or her DWI conviction.
3rd, 2nd, 4th, 5th.
Answer.
2nd.
Question 25. According to the Minnesota Driver's Manual, alcohol is involved in around of all fatal accidents within the state.
3/4, 1/2, 1/3, 2/3.
Answer.
1/3.
Question 26. Proof of abstinence from alcohol or drug use for a period of is required for a driver to regain driving privileges after the revocation period has ended following a third DWI offense.
1 year, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 27. A felony DWI may result in loss of driving privileges for up to years.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Answer.
4.
Question 28. What is the maximum fine for fleeing a police officer in the state of MN?
$500, $10,000, $5,000, $1,000.
Answer.
$5,000.
Question 29. If a potential Minnesota driver fails the driving portion of the license examination 2 times, he or she must pay a fee off to attempt the test a 3rd time.
$20, $30, $10, $40.
Answer:
$20.
Question 30. A felony DWI may occur upon a driver's conviction within a 10-year period.
4th, 3rd, 2nd. None of these answers are correct.
Answer:
4th.
Question 31. To regain driving privileges after license revocation, a Minnesota driver must
Reapply. Pay a reinstatement fee. Pass the knowledge and driving exam. All of these answers are correct.
Answer:
All of these answers are correct.
Question 32. Refusing to submit to chemical testing will result in the of a Minnesota driver's license.
Revocation. Withdrawal. Suspension. None of these answers are correct.
Answer:
Revocation.
Question 33. Pleading guilty to or more traffic charges that result in jail sentences within 12 months will result in license revocation in the state of Minnesota.
4, 3, 2, 5.
Answer:
3.
Question 34. MN law requires drivers to reduce their speed as they pass emergency vehicles. If a driver fails to do this, a fee will be added to any resulting speeding fine.
$25, $50, $100, $75.
Answer:
$25.
Question 35. If a Minnesota driver had his or her license revoked because of an alcohol-related conviction, what must he or she do before regaining driving privileges in the state?
Reapply for a driver's license. Pass a DWI knowledge exam. Undergo chemical assessment. All of these answers are correct.
Answer:
All of these answers are correct.
Question 36. If a Minnesota driver who is under the age of 21 is convicted of driving while impaired, his or her license will be suspended for a period of days.
180, 30, 90, 60.
Answer:
30.
Question 37. What might a Minnesota driver lose after his or her 3rd DWI conviction?
$3,000. His or her vehicle. His or her license plate. All of these answers are correct.
Answer:
All of these answers are correct.
Question 38. How long must a driver wait before being issued a work permit after having his or her license revoked for a first DWI offense?
3 days, 15 days, 60 days, 30 days.
Answer:
15 days.
Question 39. If a Minnesota driver's driving privileges are revoked in another state,
His or her license is revoked in Minnesota also. He or she must attend driving school in MN. He or she must pay a fine in MN. His or her Minnesota license is unaffected.
answer:
His or her license is revoked in Minnesota also.
Question 40. Which of the following will not generally result in the revocation of a Minnesota driver's license?
Running a stop sign. Speeding in excess of 100 miles per hour. Driving under the influence of alcohol. Fleeing from police.
Answer:
Running a stop sign.
Question 41. What is the maximum fine for a second DWI offense in the state of Minnesota?
$2,500. $2,000. $1,000. $3,000.
Answer:
$3,000.
Question 42. According to the Minnesota Graduated Driver's License Program, drivers who are under the age of 18 must hold an instructional permit for months before being issued a full driver's license.
2, 4, 8, 6.
Answer:
6.
Question 43. Where will a limited license allow a driver to travel to and from?
Work. College courses. Drug or alcohol treatment programs. All of these answers are correct.
Answer:
All of these answers are correct.
Question 44. A first DWI offense may result in up to days in jail and, or a fine.
60, $250. 90, $500. 90, $1,000. 30, $100.
Answer:
90, $1,000.
Question 45. A second DWI offense will result in a minimum 1-year license revocation period if the event occurred within years of the driver's first DWI.
7, 5, 10, 3.
Answer:
10.
Question 46. How much is the license reinstatement fee for drivers whose licenses have been revoked because of alcohol-related convictions?
$580. $480. $280. $680.
Answer:
$680.
Question 47. If a Minnesota driver is convicted of stealing, his or her driver's license may be suspended.
Gasoline, credit cards, personal property, automobile parts.
Answer.
Gasoline.
Question 48. Which of the following might result in license suspension in the state of Minnesota?
Repeat violations. Possessing a false license. Failure to pay a court-ordered fine. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 49. If a Minnesota driver is convicted of driving in excess of 100 miles per hour, his or her driver's license will be revoked for at least
1 year, 30 days, 2 years, 6 months.
Answer.
6 months.
Question 50. Upon a Minnesota driver's first DWI offense, he or she will not be eligible for a work permit.
If a driver was found to have an alcohol concentration of 0.16 or greater, until reinstatement requirements have been met, until a 15-day revocation period has passed. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct. Thank you for watching the video and wish you will get your driver license soon.